Hey, how's it going? In today's video, I don't have a demo or an interview for you, but we're going to do some gear scrolling on Sweetwater's Gear Exchange. It's been a busy summer and I haven't had quite as much time for YouTube lately, but I've got some really cool videos and interviews in the works for you coming up real soon. But today, we're just going to kind of do some scrolling. I'm, somewhat addicted to scrolling the big R, just like I'm sure many of you are. And I have not really checked out Sweetwater's Gear Exchange, so we're going to kind of do that together today. But today I want to check out Gear Exchange and see what the experience is like, just kind of browsing and see what cool stuff is currently listed on Gear Exchange. Real quick, I want to jump in and remind you to subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're almost to that 1,000 subscriber mark. It's a really young channel, it's a small channel, but I have a new membership, the Shredder level membership. If you click join, I'll tell you kind of some of the features and exclusive content that you'll have access to, but really the biggest thing is I want you to help me shape this channel moving forward. I've also got some new merch that you'll be able to check out under the description there here on YouTube, and you can go to my merch website and check out what we have there, some cool shirts and jackets and stickers and all that fun stuff. But let's get to scrolling. All right, so we're at the Gear Exchange homepage. Looks pretty familiar, what you would expect. We've got just kind of our popular categories. So this is, again, all of Sweetwater's used gear. And so let's look through here. Let's start with guitars. That's what's top. And let's just kind of scroll through, see if something stands out. Maybe we'll look at what the most expensive gear. I like to do that for fun sometimes. I just look for the most expensive stuff that is well out of my budget, just to see what people are selling. We've got this neoned out Jackson, Silver Sky, T5, an 05 HSS standard. That's cool. Just gonna kind of scroll through and see if something pops out. Used Partcaster video. Got some kind of blade humbucker in the bridge, a Wilkinson. Cool black headstock, Squire Tully. I like when people have fun with the descriptions. It's alive. It's pretty good. All right, let's look back. See if there's anything pops out. It's a good looking Les Paul there. I'm letting you in on how violently I scroll through gear and equipment. It's cool. MJT. I did some work for them for a little bit of time. They're based out of Missouri. Really like the way they do their bodies. This one is not my favorite, but we all have weird preferences on how things should patina and age and all kinds of stuff. But the MJTs are really good. Had a pedal come through there. Somebody mislabeled. Got a pickup. This is cool. This is Anderson. Andersons give me the same familiar vibe as like my Tyler. There's just like an elite. It plays different. It feels different. And they do something really unique with their neck pocket. I wonder if we can, looks like we have some, it almost looks like overspray, like somebody was spray painting their kids' science fair project right next to their guitar or something. Maybe that's part of the finish. It just is not what I was expecting. That looks like overspray to me. So they have the two bolts, but they have this, like, it's not a square neck pocket, like if you've ever taken really any other bolt-on neck guitar, a Strat or a Tele. It's kind of just a block, but they kind of angle the side so there's like this pyramid shape, and that way it locks into the neck pocket kind of precisely. I don't know if there's any photos. You can kind of see on the corner there how it's angled here and angled there. It's kind of, it's not something that you feel, but I always thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, these Andersons are elite guitars. All right, let's see what else we've got going on here. Looks like this the same person is listing several. Wow, yeah, a bunch of guitars here. You can tell that they're all the same seller with the bushes next to a driveway or something. Les Paul Studio. This kind of looks like an older one. Wonder if we can date it. So I've got Planet Waves replacement tuning machines. Looks like it's an 02. I think that's a 2 right there. Let's see. I feel like the early 2000s ones are good. Everybody wants the 90s, the late 90s. Studios. Yeah, 2002. All right. So yeah, I mean, he's got what were those other guitars? Les Paul Studio, MIJ Strat, MIJ. What color is that? Maybe it's black. It kind of looks like burgundy or oxblood or something. Also could be my orange glasses. Player Strat, a Schecter, Jackson, Reverend, Boxer Tele. These are cool. It's like to me, it's like an ugly 80s look that I love. And I don't know how else to describe it. Something about a black headstock, which I know PRS does a lot, but all right, let's here's another. Oh, that's a tribute. Let's do this. Let's see what price high to low. All right. So we've got a Junior, a 58 Junior, and this private stock. This Hollow Body 2 looks really cool. It's an interesting finish. It's such a flashy top. It almost looks like it's so... Some of these like extreme figured guitars, like for tops and backs and things, if they look too perfect, they almost look fake to me. Maybe I'm the only one, but Bossy, their new double cut. Oh my goodness. A Firebird X that made it from the clutches of a bulldozer. This one this one was obviously sold before they had to destroy all those. That was one of the wildest videos I've ever seen. It's yeah, people have a lot of thoughts about it. It's definitely not great. These are the like early generation of the G-Force tuners. A little different because this one had, I mean, you can look at this back panel. It had all kinds of wild stuff. It's an interesting finish. I mean, it looks like a melted Firebird. And it, oh yeah, it had pedals for the guitar because it was like all in one. Oh, I'm sure you know, you've seen things about the Firebird X. They were, I was working at Guitar Center when these things came out, and gosh, It was always the worst when somebody wanted to try one, because you have to like get the guitar, get all these pedals, all these kinds of, I mean, it's not simple. Yeah, we've got reverb controls on the top of the guitar. Pretty, they were doing some wild stuff that era. 82 Silver Burst that is aged beautifully. Oh my gosh. Yep, it's got the more pointy horn there. That's a sick guitar right there. That's what you want a Silver Burst to look like. It's almost turned into a Gold Burst. Wow. And here's another 82 Silver Burst Custom that is cracked. But this thing, man, this must have been like just kept in the case, because this has, I thought this was a new one. Wow. That's wild that there are two. I mean, I wonder if it's got to be the same person. Got to be. New Mexico. Is this other one New Mexico too? No, it's not. That's just random coincidence. I mean, these two guitars started out the same and had two very different lives. That's wild. Here's a McPherson. McPhersons are always in that. When you're looking at the most expensive guitars listed, you don't have to scroll very long before you hit a McPherson. They're different though, for sure. They play so, I don't know how to describe it other than tight. Like they feel just 100 times tighter and stiffer than any other acoustic. But they sound and play really, really good. I mean, just unbelievable. They are, wildly expensive, but they have a interesting bracing system where there's a rod that goes basically from the neck joint to the heel, neck block to the heel, and that's part of the crazy tightness of playing a McPherson. But it's like somebody put a ratchet strap around an acoustic and just started cranking on it. It just feels tighter. Got this Julian Lage signature Callings. These things I haven't played one, really want to. I have to pin the bridge though. And I don't want to do something to a guitar if I'm spending that much money. But that's like a traditionalist thing. Once you pin it, you can't unpin it. Oh, anything crazy? We've got the Zakk Wylde Gibson V with the Floyd on it. Man, I feel like I remember seeing that in a Musician's Friend catalog from a long time ago. Another Abbasi, a Novo. Again, a Novo is another guitar I haven't played, but I really, really want to get my hands on one. I came fairly close to buying one of these Robin Ford McCartys, and I'm regretting it seeing this price. I can't remember how much those were new, but I don't think that they were. I thought that they were reasonable. Let's check real quick. Sweetwater had them. Man, it doesn't tell me what the price was. They were $4,500 brand new. All right. I thought that they were cheaper than that. Still, they definitely going for more. Another Novo. Cool 66 electric 12. That is some serious. If you've got a 66 electric 12, you gotta have better photos. These are some serious potato quality photos. And there's only 2 photos. That's pretty bad. Spend 5 minutes and take some good photos. It's just my opinion. Especially when you got a 66 electric 12 that you're trying to sell. Or maybe that's somebody who doesn't want to sell it and was required by their significant other to list it. So they took some awful photos off of a first generation Motorola Razr so it wouldn't sell. I hope that that's the case, because it's a smart move. It's cool purple sparkle ESP. All right, let's quickly go through some of these other categories. Oh, we got a bunch of pedals here. This is what we really want to look at. We're going to go distortion, overdrive, boost, and fuzz. There's only 395. This is giving me overall this there's less than 3,000 guitars listed. This makes me think of the early days of reverb. I was in college, and I spent many classes scrolling through the entirety of reverb. I remember really early on, there just were so few people posting on there at first that you would just see all the new things. From, a day to the next, you could see everything that was listed in the last day. Now you can't, this is impossible. But this is giving me some nostalgic vibes of the early days of reverb, and I don't know. I'm getting sent back to that time. Let's look and see. Oh, here's a couple cool pedals right off the bat. Kingsley. I've gotta play around with some Kingsley stuff. I've played a Page briefly in a guitar shop. I don't think it was ideal conditions, but I'd really like to spend some time. This is cool. This is one that has a variable input impedance. That's pretty cool. They're all tube. That pedal show, they've covered a lot of the basis on that. This is the ultimate Mayer drive pedal, I think. Nordving triple gain. It's probably the middle one's obviously a Klon. Probably Tube Screamer, Klon, and Blues Breaker. Huh. Yeah. It's a lot of money for 3 pedals that there are infinite clones of. But, I don't know, it's kind of cool. They obviously did a lot on the packaging, making it real nice. KTR. If you're lucky, you can get a new KTR. Find one in time. Man, a lot of people selling Iridiums and the UA pedals. That is this whole section. Jetter Johnny A, that's cool. Oh, let's see what else is going on here. See if there's some more off the wall stuff. Boom. That's all I needed. Just need to say it out loud. Jam pedals, Double Dreamer, custom artwork. Jam pedals are killer too. the same vibe. Totally different companies. But I don't know. It's just another that pedal show. Pedal brand. The horse meat. It's a cool looking enclosure. Pretty rounded. V3 Tim. I feel like people sell them because they just want the look of the original Tim, but the Tim that's like an underrated classic. Maybe it's not underrated, but it just doesn't, seems like, I don't know, it's hard to stand out in a sea of drive pedals that we have now. This is cool looking. VHD S&K pedals. Okay, it's an Ampeg VH 140. 90s hardcore and death metal. That's pretty cool. I like pedals that go more niche. From the South, we just say niche. The diesel pedals are really cool. It's a decent price. Victory came out with that. Their line, they've kind of redone their lineup, and for every amp there's like a pedal sized pedal platform amp and just the preamp. I guess these are just the preamps. You can use it as a drive pedal is a preamp. It's kind of the new thing to say is this is a preamp, but all drive pedals are preamps, really. That might be closer to a true preamp, being able to be at line level, but XTS Winford drive, that is a amazing drive pedal. We need to get that on the channel. Let's see what else. What amps? What are the most expensive amps here? I will never be able to be convinced that this isn't cool. It's not for everybody, but a snakeskin SLO 100. That's pretty. If you're playing that and you're playing out, that's pretty cool. Got a Mesa. Is this the red one? Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, the other is a Randall. Got like a whole showing the rig here. Quad Cortex into a Randall, I guess. Different pedal board into the dual rec. They really wanted to show you all their gear. This first picture is maybe you can get away with like, okay, I just had this picture of my entire rig, but it's just that one head that I'm selling. But this picture, you posed your guitars. A couple Les Paul Customs, Grateful Dead medallions on them. That's funny. Oh man, this is really giving me early reverb vibes here. I think it's cool just to have another option to scroll through, to buy and sell. Just having something else, and especially you can bypass any seller fees if you keep it on a Sweetwater gift card, which obviously means you got to spend your money with Sweetwater, but I never feel bad about doing that. Never regretted anything I bought from Sweetwater. It's kind of a free advertisement, but yeah, this is cool. This is definitely another one to add to the addiction. And if you're watching a video of somebody else scrolling through Gear Exchange, then we're probably after the same heart here. And so yeah, it's cool to have something, especially this smaller. It's obviously a more limited selection right now, but hopefully we see it grow, and I don't know, maybe be more of this actual individual sellers. I think that's the thing with, some of the other ones is you have so much new stuff that, you've got 800 of the same pedal being sold the same price by various different retailers, which is great, but if you're looking for just used stuff, get more of that Craigslist vibe, you never know what you're going to see. That's a cool option for gear scrolling. If this kind of more relaxed video is something that you would like to see more of, then click join and check out the shredder level. Also, like I said, we've got some new merch. All the stuff is down in the bio. Yeah, till next time, I've been Colin.